I won the lottery, the big jackpot. Everybody has their own lottery dream, you know, that special, ultimate thing you hope will happen to you that somehow you'll never imagine. For some, it's winning millions, and for others, it's something more. Well, it happened to me. Since 1985, my lottery dream was something more. And in 2012, my ticket won. Let's go back to February 5th, 1986. I'm sitting on a swing in a park, writing a letter to introduce myself to a little girl. Dear Megan, today is your first birthday. I'm not sure where to start with all that I'd like to say to you. You're a very special person, and you're with me every day of my life. Both your natural father and I will always love you and be thinking and wondering about you. When I had you, I was a sophomore in college, and not a single person knew that I had been pregnant when I went to the hospital. As soon as you were delivered, I saw you and kissed your soft pink skin. I knew whatever decision I made would be the hardest one I would ever make in my life, and it definitely was. I wrote this letter and placed it in a folder labeled Megan, just in case. And every year following, on February 5th, I found a private sliver of time to connect with Megan, time to speak to this child whom I prayed for and thought about every day, time to reflect and hope that she was okay, that she was happy. 12 years after I wrote that very first letter, I called Megan's adoption agency. I had grown up and Megan had turned 13. I wondered how she was and what kind of teenager she was becoming. I updated my contact information with the agency, just in case. I also bought a Tiffany silver heart necklace, 2 actually, one for me to wear, to keep Megan present in my life every day, and one that I gift wrapped and put away, hoping that one day I'd have the chance to say, I was thinking of you on your 13th birthday. Life carried on. I got married. I became a mom to 3 wonderful children. I thought of Megan often. I wondered if she had experiences with her family like my children were having with me. Sometimes when people asked how many children I had, I felt that space, the space of my first sweet miracle. I always felt a pull toward Megan. I always wondered. Nearly 20 years after that very first letter to Megan, my husband Eric overheard the kids whispering in front of the computer. Do you know what shows up when you Google your name? Well, the online adoption registry that I had completed was the first thing that shows up when you Google my name. Think the kids know about Megan, my husband said. We asked the kids to sit with us. We assured them that they were not in trouble for Googling me. We explained how decisions have consequences, how good things can come from difficult and unexpected situations. I told them that I loved them, that I loved being their mother, and then I shared with them that space that I had in my heart for a child I had to say goodbye to. My sweet husband explained to them that both he and I loved and prayed for this little girl, now an adult named Megan. I emphasized that we would probably never get to know her, but we hoped that maybe one day we might hear from her and know she is well. It felt great knowing that something so critically important to me was something my children were now aware of. Then, in the summer of 2012, a young woman of 27 made that brave decision to look at her adoption record, and she found me. My lottery number was picked. The agency contacted me on behalf of Megan. I told her, and they told me that what I had been waiting for 27 years. Megan wants you to know that she's happy and healthy, and she's had a good life. I sobbed. I tried to catch my breath. I told the woman on the phone that just hearing this dream was a dream come true. She asked if I was interested in being in touch with Megan. And again, I was nearly breathless when I answered yes. A few months later, I opened up this letter. Dear Moira, thank you. I don't know any other way to begin our conversation other than with these 2 little words. Thank you for making some extremely difficult decisions in the past. Thank you for updating your contact information and writing such heartfelt words to be shared with me years later. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Sincerely, Meg. She included a photo in her letter, and there she was, adorable, radiantly happy, standing beside a young man, her husband. I sobbed from happiness for what she'd become, and from sadness for what I had missed. We began corresponding. This process of discovery in this new magical relationship was amazing. Megan was open, respectful, curious, and as soon she asked me if we'd like to meet. Eric and I flew to meet her. We hugged and cried and held hands and laughed. I shared with her the many letters and documents I had saved with her for over the years. I got to give her her 13th birthday gift. It was the most extraordinary experience of my life, and now Megan, her husband, and her daughter have become part of my family. See what I mean? Jackpot.